Okay, assuming you know how to switch terminals, Control Alt F2 keys at the same time. Okay, login is root and secret, ROOT, press enter and secret. And you'll see that there's no cursor movement there. That's the operation, that's the way that this Linux release functions. Press enter and you're logged in. Okay, so type mkdir / for user 1. Okay, so we created that directory. Now touch perm sample, and what this does is creates a file. Now Chmod 777 on that file. And here's a hint, you can use the tab key to complete the line for you for a file name. If you start with some letters and just press tab, it'll cycle through them if there is a file there that exists like that. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's type ls-l. Okay, and it says who has permissions to this file. You should be able to figure that out. It's root and root, and there's groups and user owner memberships. So just make sure that you know that. Okay, next we're at part 5 or step 5. Okay, and ls-l again. Now you see that that has changed in this line, the permissions for that file. Okay, so let's continue, carry on. rm-f perm sample. It asks if we were successful. You should know that. Okay, step 7, type cd space /. Now type pwd. Okay, that's the working directory that we're in. PWD just stands for print working directory. So ls-F, okay, and it has to be a capital F. Linux is case sensitive. Okay, then ls-l again. We're in step 8. And then it says to view the group owner and permissions for the for user 1 directory. You should be able to understand and review those questions. Okay, next step, part 9. Oops, for user 1. Okay, and ls-F again. And there's nothing in there, right? So cp /etc /hosts. And don't forget the period here. There's a period. That means copy it to this directory. Okay, now we'll do ls-F again, and we'll see that it lists the file that we just copied over. Okay, now we're on step 10. Okay, so we're going to switch to a different terminal. So Control Alt and F3, and this time we're going to log in as admin. Oops, that won't work because I had a space there. So we'll do this again. Admin, secret. Okay, so cd for user 1 and ls-F. And we see hosts again. And we'll see if we can delete it. And we can't, of course. Okay, so let's switch back to Control Alt F2 or Terminal 2. Okay, and step 13, chmod O plus W / for user 1. Oops, no such file. Okay, for user 1. All right, now we'll switch back to Terminal 3 again. And now we're in step 15, cd for user 1. We don't really need to do this because we're there anyway. And type rm-f hosts, and we should be able to do it this time. And we are. Okay, now we're on step 16. Switch back. And we don't have to do that again, cd for user 1, because we're already there. Just copy etc hosts over. All right, and then we'll do an ls-l to see, and okay, so ls-al, oops. So let's just do an ls-l. Oops, okay. Okay, if you look at the output there, you'll see it says missing destination file operand after etc. host. That's because when I issued the copy command, I forgot the period, remember? So that's a big deal. So period, and it'll copy it there. Now we'll issue that ls-l and we'll see the file listed there. And there it is, hosts. Okay. And it asks in step 18 who is the owner of the file and so on. Okay, so step 19 we'll switch back to TTY3 and step 20. We don't have to cd into for user 1 because we're already there. We'll just do cat hosts, which lists hosts. Okay, and now next VI hosts. Okay, VI editor is just so much fun. Okay, so it says here, were you successful, blah, 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 and yes, you were. So now to exit out of there, all you need to do is press escape, colon, and Q. You made no changes, okay? So here we are back at the command prompt, or the terminal prompt, sorry. Okay, now step 21, we're going to switch back to terminal 2, and we're going to change the permissions on that file. I believe, yes, we are. For user 1, hosts. I forgot to enter the criteria or the parameters. So here we're just entering chmod O plus W for user 1 and hosts. Okay, press enter. It worked. Now we'll switch back to terminal 3 again. Okay, and we'll do a VI hosts again. We don't have to switch over to that because we're already there. And it says to delete the first line. Okay, so you can either just leave it there and press DD, I believe, and that deletes the line. So D twice very quickly. That's right. And then press escape, colon, and now you need W for write and Q. So it'll write it, write the changes, and it'll quit. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, so at the command prompt it says type ls-l. Okay, and just for fun we'll type cat hosts again. Okay, so now you can see there's only one line printed. Okay, so now let's just carry on with step 25. ls-l and bin /bin. Okay, there we are. That's all the executables. Bin stands for binary, and those are all executable files. And then we'll go file /bin /star. Okay, so that tells us what kind of files they are. Now, it's not really helpful that way because you can only see a few at a time. If you actually wanted to stop them and look at them, you would type this, a space, and then the pipe, which is usually just below the backspace. So shift key and then pipe and more. And you can see those files. Now, obviously there's limited real estate here, so you're not going to be able to see all the information. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that you were able to issue that command and see the results of that command. Now, if we check the progress, it should be okay because basically what the progress is looking for is that we successfully deleted the first line from the host. So let's click on that and we see it's complete. So close, and now we can close the lab.